Elliott, Tuesday night, is it a night of mixed emotions for yourself?
Yeah, I think ultimately we've obviously not got the 3 points which we was hoping to get, and disappointed to come away with nothing. Especially, like I say, in the last 20 minutes, I think we created enough to at least score another couple of goals. But on a personal level, yeah, I've managed to come on and have a positive impact.
And nice for you, I imagine, obviously, to step off the bench, get the goal, and then to hear the positive comments of the gaffer after the game as well.
Yeah, like you say. Like I said, to come on and score, add that to my tally and do okay. I thought I did well on the game, and then like I say, to hear the comments from the gaff, that's always a positive as well. So yeah.
And how does it compare, sort of starting the game to coming on? Because I imagine you can get a bit more of an insight and see how the game's panning out before getting involved.
Yeah, I think sometimes when you do sit and watch from a different aspect, you can see where you'd make an impact and you can watch things from different angles, but. Ultimately, you would like to also be on the starting 11 and try and contribute from the first whistle. Yeah.
And again, getting that goal and the late push at the end, it could have been a point. It could have been all three. It's so hard to tell, isn't it?
I know, it's a shame because we're kicking ourselves. Like I say, we managed to get one back and then unfortunately we conceded, and then Waggy got one back for us. And we've had chances there, as you've seen, to at least nick a point. And I think that's the most frustrating thing. We've left it too late, and if we'd have played like that throughout the full 90 minutes, I think we're going to win comfortably in that game, yeah.
And I suppose the other one is there are times this season when Forest Green has struggled to score more than one goal. Scored two on Tuesday night, but it's the first time you conceded more than two as well. It's just the way football is sometimes.
Yeah, I think at the moment, like you say, we're a bit mixed emotions. As much as we'd like to score as many and concede as least we can per game, we're just unfortunately not doing the easiest or the hardest bit, which is tapping them in or putting the final bit together. I think we are getting the chances, which is a positive, and just like I say, that final bit. But we know in ourselves it's in abundance within us. I think we just maybe need a little bit of luck or just something to change. And I do think that once we get one and two without conceding, we'll go and get 3, 4, and maybe 5.
And the manager after the game touched on doing the basics right, the running, the tackling, the putting your head where it hurts. I imagine, should you get the chance on Saturday, that's something that sort of fits your game quite nicely, doesn't it?
Yeah, as a midfielder, box to box, that's a bit up my street. I don't mind putting tackles in, obviously running, giving energy and trying to make things happen. But yeah, I think that's a given for any player. You have to earn the right and do the ugly side and the horrible bits first before you can actually try and get the ball down and play and show what talent we've got.
And while it was a frustrating result, there were frustrating results all across the top of the table, weren't there? It seems to be a really, really inconsistent time at the moment.
Yeah, it's still very tight at the top. Teams aren't. There's not one team which you think, they're running away with it, 6, 7, 8, 9 points ahead. And there's a bit of inconsistency, like you say, from ourselves. But I think if we can put a bit of a run together, then anything can happen. I think we're just concentrating now on the next game and trying to come away with 3 points.
And Orient, I suppose, one of the sides that have shown a bit of good form recently. 3 wins from 3 at home. So you'll be going there knowing you've got a tough test on your hands.
Yeah, like I say, they've managed to hit a little bit of form at a good stage, to be fair. And obviously they're up there as well. They're not far behind. But we have to just concentrate on ourselves. We know it's going to be tough. Every game is tough. But we need to go and concentrate on ourselves, do what we know we can do, and like I say, earn the right, and then hopefully everything else can come out and show.
When you travel to a team who's snapping at your heels in the table right behind you, you know it's one you're going to have to perform and get those points.
Yeah, like I say, I think we're taking, as much as people like to look at the table and who we've got coming up further ahead, we need to take one game at a time and know that we need to do everything we can to get 3 points, because ultimately that's all it's about, that 90 minutes. We need to go and make sure we come away with them 3 points, because at the end of the day that's going to add up in our own tally and help us get up the board.
And at risk of sounding like I'm using all the cliches here, it's important you get goals from all over the pitch, isn't it? Obviously Tuesday night chipping in with one from midfield, and then Scott Wagstaff with one from right wing back as well.
Yeah, I think, like I say, as much pressure there is on the strikers, and that's what they get brought in to do the job, but it needs to come from everybody. We all need to contribute, and we all know that. I think, like you say, Cads has had shots. How he's not scored 10 goals this season, I never know. It's unbelievable, but that's just maybe, like I said, the bit of luck that we aren't having, which we, if we keep trying to do everything we can, we might get that little break. But yeah, I'm trying to personally contribute as much as I can with goals, assists, or being positive impact when I get on. Waggy did it as well the other night, so if we can all nick in with it, it'd be lovely, wouldn't it?
And I suppose with a little bit of good fortune like Tom King had on Tuesday night, maybe Luke McGee might chip in with one himself as well.
Wouldn't that be nice? That would be very bizarre, but Yeah, I watched that back. It was mad. But no, like I say, everybody's trying to play the part the best they can, whether it's assists, good performance, and like I say, mate, I think at the end of the day we need to come away with them 3 points regardless.
And having put in a good performance yourself off the bench for the best part of half an hour, I think it was on Tuesday night, you'll be looking to hope to start on Saturday. And I suppose if you do, you grab that chance and try and build yourself a little run in the heart of midfield.
Yeah, like I said earlier, whether I start or I don't start, I prepare the same, and I'm mentally and physically ready. So that's the gaffer's decision. But hopefully I've fought my corner by coming on, making a positive impact, and then I'll let the rest be down to him. I'm ready either way, and I'll try and put a shift in for the team and try and do as well as I can, regardless if I come on or I start.
And after a frustrating result, I suppose it's now that it's key that the team sort of shows their morale and the squad comes together and turns that around, goes on Saturday, gets the 3 points and builds a nice run.
Yeah, I think, like I say, the morale within ourselves is high, and we're very positive and encouraging within each other, and that has to stay the same. And sometimes you need that when tough times come along, and then hopefully it pays off. But yeah, we're going to dust ourselves down, go again, back to training, back to the drawing board, and kick on and hopefully do everything we can to prepare the best for Saturday to come away with the 3 points.
And 2 days in training now, I suppose it's a case of just making sure you're recovered, making sure you're sharp and getting ready for the big day.
Yeah, like I say, there's been a lot of games and there's still a lot of games to come in a short space, and like I say, there mentally and physically we have to prepare to give everything we can on the day.